I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rock Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Alright, this is Luke chapter 12, verses 33 and 34. Sell that ye have, give alms, provide yourself bags which wax not old, a treasure in heaven that faileth not, where no thief approaches, neither does moth corrupt. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So pretty much saying you shouldn't worry about stacking wealth and getting things on this side. You need to store up things for in heaven and what's going to happen in heaven. Alright, I'm going to play some of this video on why the Fed is considering a digital US dollar. Alright, a digital dollar. And what's going to happen is pretty soon they're going to make a shift for us to switch all our money over that's in the bank into a digital dollar. And I'm thinking this is probably going to happen before they put out the MOB, all right? This is probably going to happen before they put out the MOB, and then they'll be somewhere behind it. But this will most likely happen first. Some countries are already doing it, like China had already switched to digital currency, where it's like no paper money bagging it. And I was looking at something about South Africa, where if you buy something with cash, they're not giving you change back or nothing like that. So, pretty much they slowly but surely trying to work all the cash out of society and go into these digital currency, all right, which we know Bitcoin is the most popular, but it's not the only one right now. But who knows which one's gonna win out in the end? But there will be a one world centralized digital currency, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be something that's gonna be take a long time before it happens. And like the way Bitcoin is set up, like they don't even really have to create a new currency. See, all the elites have to do is buy into the Bitcoin, and they have complete control of it. So they'll run everything through Bitcoin. So there's really no need for them to make another currency, but we'll see. But here's a little bit of that video.
The Federal Reserve might want to fix your wallet by turning it from this into this. Though your wallet is still designed for dollar bills, Americans have been using cash to buy things less and less over the years. That's part of why the Fed is considering digitizing the US dollar, giving people money they can access on their phone and bypassing electronic payments that can be slow and costly for businesses. Some see this as a necessary upgrade to the US financial system, but others worry it could potentially upend commercial banking.
There are some very, very difficult questions to answer, but I think we are engaged in a serious program to understand both the technology and the policy issues.
A central bank digital currency, or CBDC, is exactly what it sounds like, a purely digital form of a country's money issued by its central bank that people can use just like cash. It's true that cards and apps already allow for electronic payment, but behind the scenes, these financial transactions involve several steps, settling payments over a patchwork of systems.
The plumbing of the system is still based on a cash system.
Josh Lipsky is the director of the Atlantic Council's Geoeconomic Center and says the U.S. financial system is still pretty old school when it comes to moving money around.
It's based on banks talking to banks saying, hey, I need you to transfer this to me. We've updated some of that over the years, but if you were to look back, a lot of it dates back to the 1950s and before, and that's not a great way to run a modern global economy.
After a debit card is swiped, the transaction can flow through several entities, including point-of-sale systems, payment networks like Visa and MasterCard, your bank, and the merchant's bank. The system can take up to 3 days to move money between accounts, and often comes with transaction fees that can weigh heavily on small businesses, who experts say may have to pass the cost onto customers or put restrictions on card usage. These extra costs can limit their revenues and customer base. CBDCs could bypass the system, allowing digital money to flow directly between two people, in the same way you hand over cash at the register. One method the Fed is considering is issuing digital wallets to Americans directly, or through commercial banks or other financial service providers. The digital dollars themselves would be no more than computer code, possibly stored on a central ledger at the Fed or on a distributed ledger like many cryptocurrencies. When you use your wallet to pay for something, the Fed would take the digital cash out of your wallet and deposit it into the merchants, simplifying the process and doing it without fees. These could be done through an app on a phone, or for those without smartphones, an SMS text message or debit card. Besides frictionless payments, a digital dollar could help the 8.4 million unbanked households who don't have a debit or credit card and can get left behind.
Alright, so you see how they trying to put this out here as something helpful, but what it does, it gives the elites complete control over you and over your money. Alright, so that is the biggest reason why they want it. You know, the elites want their complete control. Alright, and this is Proverbs 22nd chapter 7 verse. It says, "The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender." So you know, this is more of the rich ruling over the poor. Alright, so that is the purpose of that. Alright, this is another video. I'm gonna play a little bit of MSNBC, why central banks, CNBC, my bad, why central banks want to get digital currency. Alright, so live here for the commercial.
Starbucks Triple Shot Energy. What gives you energy?
Bitcoin is booming.
We are going to look at cryptocurrency and or Bitcoin in terms of currency to transact.
Believe it or not, we've sold 17 cars, Bentleys and Rolls with Bitcoin.
Musk is driving so much of this market, it's fascinating.
There's been a lot of news about digital currencies lately. Companies like Tesla, Square, and PayPal have been getting into cryptocurrencies in a big way, with big billion-dollar bets on Bitcoin specifically. Whether all this turns Bitcoin into a viable currency instead of a speculative investment or a store of value remains to be seen. But there's a growing number of governments around the world who aren't going to wait around. The Bank of England is looking into its own digital currency. Sweden's central bank is testing an e-krona, and emerging economies have introduced pilot programs. In 2020, about 60% of the world's 65 central banks surveyed said they're running experiments on CBDC. That's up 18% compared to 2019. Advocates say digital money can make cross-border payments easier, promote financial inclusion, and payment system stability. But there's also a host of serious risks. Surveillance and privacy issues could arise if the central bank is able to monitor every transaction.
You know, it is being implemented across the world. China's experiment is very large scale. When the world arrives in Beijing next winter for the Winter Olympics, they are going to be using the new...
Alright, and China, you know, is really what's pushing it. So the rest of the countries are trying to catch up with China. So that's one of the reasons why they finna go to the digital currency so fast. Alright, this is Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter, 10th verse. He that loves silver should not be satisfied with silver, neither he that loves the abundance which is increased, this is also vanity. So pretty much saying, you know, someone who loves money is not going to be satisfied with their money, okay? And China got something they going on, they working on right now called a social credit score. And what it is, the government pretty much freezes your money, takes your money, and brings it out based on how you living. All right, and here's
Nationally,
a little bit.
Some cities have introduced their own.
All right, on this social credit score of China. All right, this is video from RT documentaries keeping score. How bad is this China's social credit score system? All right.
lives in a society where his every move is tracked and rated. Jaywalking? Not good. Littering? Lose 5 points. Playing your music too loud? Lose more points. Not taking care of your aging parents? You're in trouble, Li Hua. Your score is getting dangerously low, so you might not be able to buy a plane ticket or become a public servant. Our fictional character, Li Hua, lives in China, where an omnipresent social credit system has been introduced. According to numerous media reports outside China, starting this year, all of the country's 1.4 billion people are given a numerical ranking. From now on, they'll either gain or lose points according to their behavior, just like that episode in Black Mirror.
Sounds awesome.
That's the media hype. But does China really have a social credit system? If so, how accurate are all the media reports? And why aren't Chinese people protesting?
Alright, so it went over to commercials, so I just end it right there. But China is like the beta test right now. And the reason the people ain't protesting, because I think it's only in like certain cities right now. And they testing it in China before they roll it out onto the whole world. And this is why the government is in such a push to go digital. Once they go digital, they can monitor everything. You know, it won't be possible for people to commit crimes or anything like that. But it also wouldn't be possible for anybody to speak out or do anything to go against the government. Because as soon as you do that, they will cut off your funds from everything. Alright? That's going to have a lot to do. But eventually, they will tie the MOB in with the digital currency, all right? And you know, they already trying to do it with that. They're also trying to put the healthcare sensor. They want to make them all into one thing, all right? This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 10 and 11. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, the works that are therein, shall be burned up. Seeing that all these things that shall be dissolved, what manner of person are ye to be in our holy conversation in godliness? So pretty much saying that since everything's going to get burned up anyway, we shouldn't be worried or focused on these worldly possessions, because, you know, it's all going to go away eventually anyway, all right? So with the MOB and digital currency and all this stuff eventually again wrapped into one thing, you know, we just got to be looking forward and hastening to the coming of the Lord, all right? Which is, what? I guess I should have just stuck with it a little bit more and kept reading down, because that's what that, chapter gets into. Looking forward and hastening to the coming of the Lord, all right? This is verse 12. Looking forward and hastening unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire should be dissolved, and the elements should melt with fervent heat. So that's them intercontinental nuclear missiles melting the elements and everything being on fire with fervent heat. Alright. Nevertheless, we, according to his promises, look for a new heaven and a new earth where dwelleth righteousness, where, everything's going to be put back the way it's supposed to be. The righteous judges will be on the earth. All this wickedness and things that you got to accept, pure evil that this society tells you is okay, that you ain't supposed to be doing or being, like adultery is okay, alphabet lifestyle is okay, all this evil stuff that you're not supposed to be participating in, it's going to be gone in the kingdom. And that's why we should be looking forward and hastening to that day. Alright? Alright? This is Matthew, the 6th chapter, 24th verse. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. You cannot serve power and mammon. Alright, so you can't serve two masters. You either gotta serve the Lord, or you gotta go after this. What they say, the bag. Thanks what everybody's saying, the youngsters saying nowadays. So you gotta choose. Friendship with this world makes you an enemy of the Most High. Because this world hated Yahushua. So therefore it's going to hate anybody who follows him, which is why people have such a hard time accepting this message today. And what believers should be doing is, most importantly, praying, fasting, and keeping your mind focused on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Alright, that's most important. And then also, trying to prepare yourself as much as possible for what's about to come, which honestly is no way to prepare yourself all the way forward, but by praying and staying in these scriptures and things like that. But just be understood that it's gonna come a day real soon where you're gonna go to the bank and you're gonna want to get your money out, and they're gonna tell you that your money has been rolled over into digital currency, or you ain't got but so many days to roll your money over into digital currency. Either they gonna do it automatically, or they gonna tell you got so much time, or else you just lose it. And that's how it is. They gonna get everybody to buy into this beast system. So it's just best to be preparing yourself for it. And just like how they started with the go-go juice, first they taking volunteers and then this. Now they trying to get more and more, and then eventually they just gonna force it on people. This digital currency is gonna be the same way. They're gonna start off like they doing now with Bitcoin and the Spike Lee commercials, like it's your choice or whatever. Well, eventually they just gonna force you over into it. You ain't gonna have no choice. And that digital currency is just one step before the MOB. Alright, one step closer to the end goal. And once that MOB rolled up, all hell's gonna break loose on the earth, and it won't be long before we up out of here. With that, Shalom.
Our currency is not current. Old money, as rich as it looks, is flat out broke. Don't believe me? I got the receipts. We call it green, but it's only white. Where's the women, the black folks, and the people of color? Native Americans got a nickel. A nickel! People don't even stop and pick up a nickel off the side. 7 million Americans have no bank account. 20 million are underbanked. Old money's not going to pick us up. It pushes us down, exploits, systematically oppresses us. But new money is positive, inclusive, fluid, strong, culturally rich, where status is anything but status quo. Do your own research. The digital rebellion is here. Old money's out. New money is in.